afternoon. I'm Mike and I'm here with my grandson Jason. I've been watching some videos on how to change a oil pressure sensor, and everybody does it a little bit differently, but it looks pretty simple. So rather than pay a mechanic pretty high dollar to change it, we're going to do that ourselves and see if we have success or not. Got a 2006 Chevy Silverado 1500, and we've got the sensor and the screen. Now all we have to do is our part and change the sensor, which I'm trusting my grandson, because of his automotive skills, to do that, and I'll assist him. So we'll get started here. We've got a 5.3 liter in the truck. And several guys have done this differently, because some will get a little more detail, some will do it with this cover on. Most everyone says it's easier if you take it off. So I'm thinking
take it off.
We'll take it off. So we'll get started on this. They don't make it too easy with these sensors, because they are there behind everything on top of the back of the engine there. And but it looked pretty easy watching the YouTubers that did it. So I'm thinking we can probably handle this pretty well. It's been a good truck. Got about 225,000 miles on it, and not had any trouble with it at all. This is really the first problem I've had, so hoping that this will be something we can go ahead and get fixed and do it pretty quickly and pretty easy. Do you need more light here? It's right
good.
Down in there.
I don't even know if I can see that.
Well, yeah, I think you're going to have a stool or something. And they've all, the ones I've seen, Jake, have got it from this side.
From that side?
From this side.
Let me grab a little light and see.
That's the great thing about YouTube, is you can find out how to do just about anything, and most guys do it a little bit differently, but if you watch, you get a pretty good idea on how to do it safely, and do it correctly.
I think I see it.
Now, a lot of guys did it by feel.
Yeah, when you look, grab a little bucket.
Beautiful day out to be doing this. Weather's great, not too hot or too humid to do this. So we picked a perfect day, I think, weather-wise.
Maybe not. I don't know where my mirror's at. I think that's it. Let me take a look at the new one to see if it's...
I think it's the only thing back there. This is the oil sensing unit. Pretty simple, pretty small, and they recommend, and I'm always a little leery when I hear people recommend something, because when they recommend something like a special socket for this, it costs more money. But putting this in, I did go ahead and purchase the 1/16" socket made for this, and the reason it's made for this is because of the nature, or the style of the sensor itself, because this socket fits perfectly on that. So we'll see if that was a good investment.
So I got back there, the plug here, I got it out of the way. There's this harness here. that kind of goes back there, and it's hard to get your hand in, so if you can, just tuck it behind that little tab there. Fall off the bucket. And then I can't really see it that well, but you can see it on here. That sensor there with the yellow exposed where it's all clean.
Yeah.
That's it. Alright, you can't see us or anything, but you're jammed in the engine to see the sensor there from the opposite side. So I've got a wobble extension on this that should make it a little easier. I don't know if that's it. It kind of feels like it. If you had a straight wobble, obviously you'd be hitting this fitting right there. It looks like maybe that's the PCV. Oh no, it's a vacuum line. Yeah, that feels like it's on it. So I'll put another 3-inch extension on the ratchet and loosen up. There we go.
Then you get it with your hand. There's only 2 or 3, I think, threads on it.
Yeah, it's not much. Yep, I can get it with my hand now. Okay, I believe I got it. Can't tell. I'll have to put my hand in there and see. Well, I just pushed it down on the ground. That works too. It's out. So we're going to throw the sensor in. We got some new thread sealant on there. Put a little bit of dielectric grease in the connector end.
Would it help to lower this back down any? Would that give you more light?
The light?
Oh, that turns. Okay.
Yeah, yep, that turns. So, let me move this between the fire. Oh, is that it? There it is.
You got it?
Yep. Yep, I got a couple threads started. All right. So I drop the extension down. Let's see. Is that it? I think that's it. There it is.
Okay.
That was close. All right. The sensor's tight. You don't have to reef those down. They have the thread sealant for a reason. Now the electrical connector is, there's 3 connectors on it, and there is a little piece on the end that sticks out further. Right there. So that's lining up, I believe, with the front of the engine, so you just want to line that up with the connector to make that as easy as possible. There we go. That's connected.
Yep.
Yep, 40 pounds oil pressure, so we're working again. Got no leaks, just from the air conditioner there. So all we got left, it's all working, everything. We're gonna throw the cover on. No leaks, nothing. Everything works good. Got oil pressure again. Sitting at about 40 at idle, which is more than perfect.
So we had success today. Great day to come out and work with my grandson. Glad he's the one doing all the labor, but we got it. Saved a lot of money doing it. So, you know, you can watch these when you have something wrong with your vehicle or even around the house, anything, appliances, whatever. Somebody has dealt with that before. So if you can find them, especially on YouTube, watch them. Watch 2 or 3 different people do the same repair, and that way it gives you an idea of what you can handle. So it worked for us. And again, glad to spend the day with my grandson and just learn something new, good experience. And even though these newer vehicles, I say newer, this is 2006, but it's certainly newer than the old cars I used to work on with a pair of pliers and a screwdriver like we all did. The old guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, we had success. And Jake, you got anything to add?
Yep. If we can do it, anybody can really. It's just about taking the time to do it. It took us, what, a half hour to do it start to beginning.
And that's with a hot engine.
Yeah. I would recommend letting it cool down a little bit before. It is pretty warm back there, obviously. Other than that, it'll be good for a long time. What's the next project we got going on? Is that your Kia?
We've got my Kia to work on. So if you have any suggestions, comments, let Jake know, and always appreciate it. We are always learning new things. So appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Like and subscribe.